Ladies and gentlemen, the news you have been waiting for what feels like an absolute eternity. We can put it to bed. Breaking news. Brandon Aiyuk has signed a 4-year, $120 million contract, 30 million APY. The San Francisco 49ers have officially signed Brandon Aiyuk. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. Oh my goodness, can you believe your ears? The San Francisco 49ers have officially got the deal done. Brandon Aiyuk remains a San Francisco. Can you believe that this is real? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. Woo-hoo-hoo. I need y'all to turn up right now. Drop your fire emojis in the chat. Smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. The San Francisco 49ers lock up Brandon Aiyuk. It is done. It's finito. The drama is over. Let's go. The chat is literally on fire as we speak. We talked about this moment for a very, 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 very long time. These two sides were at the finish line and they were looking at each other, staring at each other. Who was going to budge first? I literally don't care who budged first. What I care about is that this thing is done. Let's go. Thank you, Brandon Aiyuk. Thank you, Parag Marate, Jed York, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan for putting this to bed. Let's go. Oh boy, finally, it is done with. It is over with. I'm so hyped on this. Oh boy, freaking about damn time. How we feeling, faithful? How are we feeling about the move that was just made? 49ers make Brandon Aiyuk the $30 million per year man. Are we vibing off that amount? Do we like that? Is it too much? How are we interpreting this situation as it currently stands? It is what it is. It is what it is. This has been a turbulent road. It's been back. It's been forth. Yesterday, it definitely felt like it reached a breaking point. But as we see it stand right now, relief. And again, I'm going to say this. If you're worried about paying Brandon Aiyuk $30 million per year on average, don't be. It is what it is, man. That's the price of doing business in today's NFL. That is the wide receiver market. That is what it like I said, man. I'm not stressed about this in the slightest. This is fantastic news. 49ers, Brandon Aiyuk, get this done. You got Ryan Williams, the agent, posting big smiles with Brandon Aiyuk. We got one of them done. We got one of them done. Let's go. And when you look at the overall amount, you get Brandon Aiyuk getting 76 million guaranteed. Let's go. I'm happy for my guy BA, dude. This was a negotiation for the books, but we got it done. We got our guy locked in. We needed this to happen. Something had to break. And oh my gosh, we got it done. Shout out to Chris. I still ain't believing it. Much love to the best 49ers channel. We'll believe it, man. Brandon Aiyuk is officially back, and we can put the contract saga of our lifetime to bed, and we can move forward. Obviously, we have one more contract to take care of, but the initial reaction to this situation, let's talk about the initial. We were kind of talking about the money. I got no problems with the money. I've talked about this a million times. The market is the market. The market is what's dictated this price, and that's where we are currently at. On top of that, as you continue to work through this situation, um, the 49ers, the NFL, the cap is only going to continue to rise. If you're worried about the cap ramifications, you know that the cap is just going to continue to increase over time. I don't think this deal has any correlation to do with any hangups with any of the situation regarding Brock Purdy in the future. This is something that had to get done, and it finally gets done. Oh my goodness, I am so happy about this. I'm thrilled. 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 Woo! Boy, what a relief. What a relief, sigh of relief regarding this whole situation. So I'm super hyped on this one. I listen to the guys, man. 100 and not even I can't even talk. We got 1,600 people in here. Smash that like button. Make sure you all sub. Guys, I gotta tell you a little secret. I was this close. I was this close to dropping it. I got out scooped by Garofalo. I was this close. So I found out probably about an hour before. And we understand how contentious the situation has been, how the information has been so back and forth. I went through every potential source to determine that this was happening today. Obviously, Pretty Ricky alerted that thing out. He put out the smoke. I started texting around, and I was able to confirm the years, the dollars, and I was just getting ready. I was gonna pop it, but I was too nervous. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need that type of pressure. I don't need it. But I was so close, man. I was so close. And I was getting everything in line. I was about to put it out. Here comes Garofalo. Hey, shout out to Garofalo. Great scoop by him. Great. And again, like, I don't care. I don't need the credit for this thing. I'm just happy it's done. I'm happy that we got this taken care of. Again, I'm not in the business of breaking news like that. So for me to be able to do that, I needed the utmost clarity. And again, it's just a challenging situation. But I'm just happy it's done. I'm so happy it's done. I'm so glad that we were able to cross the finish line and we were able to put this thing to bed. This is such phenomenal news. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, I can sleep tonight. I can sleep well knowing the 49ers kept one of their best weapons. And I've seen all the conversations, man. There's gonna be some people who are gonna have to, walk back some of their opinions. I'm not gonna hold your feet to the fire. I get it. It was a challenging negotiation. It was a challenging situation. There's a lot of ups and downs, lots of twists and turns. I'm not gonna hold your feet to the fire. But just know, Brandon Aiyuk is worth this money. Brandon Aiyuk is worth this contract, and this is why I'm so hyped. A lot of people are going to look at the dollars and be like, maybe not, maybe not so much. No, yes, so much. This is what we wanted, and we got it. I'm very, very excited about this. This is phenomenal. Let's go. Pittsburgh can go pound sand. What a relief. Let's go, Niners. Steelers fans can now be quiet. I was so hyped when I saw the breaking news. Aiyuk, you deserve it. Now get to practice 100%. 100%. Aiyuk, love you, my boy. Let's go. Let's get out to practice tomorrow, baby. Let's get out to practice tomorrow, baby. Let's go. I'm so hyped off this, man. I'm so hyped. Man, if y'all haven't liked and subscribed yet, what are you doing? What a great time right now to be a San Francisco 49er fan. Again, it's been a tough road. It has been something that has been just so many ups, so many downs, so many twists, dude. We thought Brandon Aiyuk was traded probably 17 times throughout this entire situation. And then since then, it was, is he going to are they going to get this deal done? And then obviously yesterday, the way everything went down with the whole, he's expected to practice, he's not practicing. It felt like a situation where it's like, oh no, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Oh, you know where we go from here. We go from getting Brandon Aiyuk back in a lineup with Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk. Obviously, there's one missing piece, but hopefully this allows the 49ers to transfer and really be able to get this thing across the finish line with Trent. Obviously, that's next, but let's focus on what's happening right now. And man, it feels great. I'm so happy that this is over. Man, I'm telling you, I was actually on live with Aponte and getting all these texts. Basically, it was like, oh, I'm hearing 95, or it's 85 to 90% that this thing's done. I checked in with like three other or four. It was one, two, three, four, five people I checked in with, and all of them said, "Yeah, this is a go. This is a go." I started getting the information of years and contract amount, and yeah, we got confirmation. And listen, like I said, I don't care. I don't care that I didn't put it out. I'm just happy as a freaking clam that we got this thing done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Someone asked what the contract details were. I'll pull them up for you right now. Shout out to my graphic designer for getting this turned quickly while on live. These are the contract details that were signed. You have Brandon Aiyuk signing a 4-year, $120 million deal, $76 million guaranteed. Oh boy, we got him. We got her done. We got it done. Let's go. Oh, oh gosh. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it, guys. I'm so excited about this. Seriously, seriously, couldn't be happier right now. Just really, really couldn't be happier. 2K in the chat, drop a like. Um, that's actually just 2K on YouTube. Across Facebook and Twitter, we're at over 4,000 people on the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like, retweet. If you're watching on Facebook, like that button to death. I don't know, can you share the stream? And of course, if you're on YouTube, smash that like button, hit a sub. But yeah, we did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. Um, Pretty Good says, not sure why everyone is hype. He acted like a spoiled brat. Oh, this is what we needed. Thank you for this. He acted like a spoiled brat and got his way. The front office caved, and just watch him have a trash year. Listen, man. Listen. This is how it goes. The San Francisco 49ers, all right? The San Francisco 49ers caved. What are we caving to? Caving to keeping one of your best offensive weapons on the team? Listen, I understand if you have concerns about how late that this got done and how the 49ers now got to turn around and play in a little over a week. I totally understand that. I get it. All right. I get that aspect of it. However, acting like a spoiled brat, come on now. Come on now. This is a business. If you don't understand that we are dealing with multi millions of dollars and that things happen in a business situation in a setting like this, it's par for the course, man. We talked about when the trade request was made by Brandon Aiyuk, that felt like a leverage play. So yesterday, the situation with the practice thing, that was a leverage play. This is the business. And I'm not worried about it. Did it go the right way for both sides? Probably not. Probably not. But the fact is they got it done. And I think when you have a negotiation where both sides are kind of pissed off by it and you get it done, it probably means you're in a good spot. So in all considerations, I'm honestly I'm not upset at any of it because it's over with. Because now it's done. And now what we do is we move on. We move on. And we just go on with our lives. Obviously, we know what the next thing is, but let's focus right now with where our feet are, with what we're discussing, and that's Brandon Aiyuk. You should absolutely be hyped. I don't see why there would be any reason that you wouldn't be hyped by this situation being done with, getting one of your best players back in all pro. This is the greatest news. Brandon says, same offer from August 10th via Adam Schefter. That's what Schefter just said? Because I don't think this is. I don't think this is. So my read on this deal is this is where Brandon Aiyuk and the 49ers this is what they were fighting over. This is kind of where the snag was over minor detail. They agreed to the first 3 years of the deal probably 2 weeks ago. What they were trying to essentially figure out was how it would read. And so that's my read on this. My read is that the actual uh difficult part of the contract has been figured out. What was what was needing to get figured out was a different situation on the back end. Um, and I believe that's what has pushed this over the finish line. And they were able to come to terms on that last thing. Um, and yeah, we're done. We did it. So I don't know what I honestly don't know what Schefter's saying um, about that, but man, I'm so happy that this is over with. Roberto says this is a time to celebrate you all trolls. Hey man, if uh if the mods want to mute trolls, I got no problem with that. Mute away, baby. Mute away, because no one can bother me right now because we signed Brandon Aiyuk. I'm so oh gosh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh yeah. Whew. Man, I'm feeling good. I don't know how about you. Oh, dude, this is probably one of the things that I'm most excited about. I don't got to talk about this no more. I don't got to talk about this no more. We got BA. We got my dog back. Let's go, BA. Shout out to BA. Listen, man, like I said, I get it. Fans are fans. Fans are fans. Fans are going to have their own opinions, have their own thoughts, man. And I've heard a lot of people trashing Brandon Ayuk, trashing what he means to this team. And I told you guys this at training camp when I went to training camp. One of the biggest takeaways from training camp that I actually was not anticipating was truthfully how important Brandon Ayuk is to this team and to this offense. I really do believe that going to training camp this year and watching the 49ers struggle getting open really made me realize, like, listen, I'll be the first person to tell you how important Brandon Ayuk was before training camp, but when I got into training camp, oh my gosh, we miss Brandon Ayuk insanely. We even did a live with it. Did a live with the Ponte. I with the title was Who's More Important, Trent Williams or Brandon Ayuk? And I said, still to this day, Trent is always going to be the most important. That's never going to change. But if you would have asked me that question before camp, I would have said the gap is huge. Like the gap between who's more important, Trent or BA, I would have been like, it's like this. After training camp, I said, the gap is like this. I said, Brandon Ayuk ate up a ton of ground by not being there because one of the things that one of my biggest takeaways overall of watching training camp was watching Brock Purdy with good protection around him struggle to be able to find open wide receivers. And one of the things that Brock Purdy is the best at is being able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Don't we agree with that? Isn't that used against Brock all the time? Oh, Brock gets the ball out too fast. Like it's the system. It's the system. Brock gets the ball out too fast. Oh yeah, well Brock was not getting the ball out too fast because he had a very challenging time finding the open wide receivers. And when I came out of training camp, I was like, yeah, we need BA. It's like we need BA more than ever. Absolutely. I'm going to go through some of the super chats. So if you have any questions, comments, I can't. There's too many in the chat right now. If you want to get them in, send your super chat in. So I'm going to look at some of them. Leon says, question, can they lower the cap hits this year with the extension? Yeah, of course. The cap, I think, should alleviate this year. It pushes the cap hit out when you enter into a contract negotiation like this. So when you sign a deal, from my understanding, is that the cap hit for this year will actually lower. And so the cap hits will obviously be seen on the further end of the deal. But as it currently stands right now, I do believe that the cap will actually be lesser than right now. I'm not a cap guy, so I'm not going to be your source at the current moment, but that's my understanding of how it all works. Daniel says, we need Trent back ASAP. Didn't like the hits Purdy took in preseason. Yeah, well, getting a guy like Brandon Aiyuk who can get open immediately is that's a good sign. That is a good sign for Brock Purdy. Having a guy who can beat man coverage, can find the soft spots in the zones, can take away coverage away from guys like Debo and Jawan. This is huge. This is huge. Of course, we need Trent, but this is a huge element to the success of the 49ers offense. So I'm very, very happy about how this whole situation played out. Olive Oil says people are mad at the players when it's usually the agents that are the ones being picky about these contracts. Listen, man, you can be as mad as you want about whatever. It's over with. It's done. Be happy. Be happy. You can be you. It's over. The drama is over. Brandon Aiyuk is back. Is back. That's it. He's back. That's all we care about. That's all we care about is that Brandon Aiyuk is back. And that's all we care about. That's it. That's it. It's all water. It's all water under the bridge now. I don't care. I do not care. I'm going to pull my best Mike Tomlin impression. I do not care. It's done. Roberto says, hats off to the mod squad. Shout out to the mod squad. We're cooking today. That's what we want to see. We want to see the mod squad cooking out there. So you love to see it. You love to see the situation transpire and get wrapped up and be complete. So this is nuts, man. This is crazy. I'm so happy that we were able to get this done and put this behind us. Shout out Detail. Absolutely. We paid Brandon Aiyuk. Oh, good stuff. Gosh, I can sleep well tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this for my whole life. I'm not going to lie. I was getting a little sketch, man. I was getting a little, it was getting a little sketch, man. Let's go. I'm so high. Oh man, what a sigh of relief! Holy crap, dude! Holy crap! Oh boy, you talk about all-time contract negotiations, man. We just saw one for the absolute books. We got a new member in the building. Shout out D Will. Welcome officially being a member of the Sourdough Squad, a very legendary, prestigious group here on YouTube. We welcome you. Let's go. Shout out to SDS. Hey, shout out to you guys, man. For real. Like, I get it. I saw all the comments. I saw everyone being super upset at every time I made a post about this stuff, um, everyone was at my neck. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, another Brandon Ayuk post." Listen, this whole situation was unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. Adam Schefter went as far as saying that earlier today. Uh, my guy says, "Done throwing tomatoes at Brad now." Thank you, guys. I let you throw as many tomatoes at me as you want. Um, but that time is now over, and feels good. Feels phenomenal. Feels fantastic. Brian says the fact that they got it done after how bleak it looked yesterday, I'm not worried about Trent. It's getting done. That's the same. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's like it feels like a dire situation until it's done. And then it's like it's done and it's never a doubt, right? So yes, the situation with Brandon Ayuk was hitting a point where it felt really gross, right? Like it felt like it just wasn't it was going in the wrong direction. And as a result of going in the wrong direction, it truly did feel like that this wasn't going to get done. And like we were having conversations today about, is he going to be playing on the 5th year? Are they going to force him to play on the 5th year option? Because we got word of what the fines were. The fines were absolutely insane. He would have got dinged $750,000 for every game that he missed. So it was looking it was looking really, really phenomenal, or not. It was looking really dire. Now it's looking phenomenal. Uh, so really, really happy about that. 4 years, 120 million, $76 million deal. Whew. What a relief. What a relief. Thank goodness. What does the cap hit look? I haven't seen any details really come out yet on that situation. Um, I'll try to pull them up as soon as I hear them. Obviously, there's a ton of stuff going on. So many things popping off right now. Um, I I see my mom in the chat. Hey, shout out, mom. Your Brandon Ayuk jersey that you bought at the end of the year last year. I remember when you showed it to me. I was like, "Ooh, he's heading into a contract negotiation this year." It's like he's heading into a contract year. I was like, you got to be kind of weary about your jersey. You really, if you don't want to get burned with jersey purchases, you have to be in tune of when what their contract situation is like. Um, and I remember my mom, she pulled out the Trent Williams, or not the Trent, she pulled out the Brandon Ayuk jersey because obviously, shout out to BA for joining me. She's a huge Brandon Ayuk fan, and I was like, oh no. I was like, and then as the situation kept going and kept going, I like always in the back of my head, I was like, damn, my mom bought the Brandon Ayuk jersey. He's about to get traded. So shout out, mom. You didn't have to convert your Brandon Ayuk jersey into something else. That's I think what I'm most excited about. Um, Justin says, can we get opposite deep crossing routes from Aiyuk and Cowing week 1? Um, hey, I think we're going to see Cowing. I don't think Brandon Ayuk signing is going to hinder the 49ers placing Cowing on the field at the same time. I think we're going to see both. I think they're going to thrive. And I think what Cowing brings something to the table that Jawan and Debo don't have. So there is a shot that Cowing could be a huge, huge guy that is benefited from potentially being the fourth guy in the rotation. So yeah, man, that is really, really big deal. Um, and it makes it easier on everyone. Appreciate Ray for sending the dollar. Watchtower says helmet bounce catch in champ game. Need I say more? The butterfly catch or butterfly. The ladybug catch. Got my bugs mixed up. Uh, who's happier about it? Purdy, McCaffrey, Shanny. Purdy is the happiest. I'm gonna say Purdy is the happiest. McCaffrey is just vibing because McCaffrey already got paid. I think Shanny's gonna have to warm up to it a little bit. Shanny's gonna come around. He's got to. He's got too much money allocated to BA. But that's the beautiful part. That's the best part about it. All right. How much money we got to invest into Brandon Aiyuk? All right, let's use them. 75 catches on 100 targets or so. How about 150 targets? Why not? Let's go. 150 targets for Brandon Aiyuk. Let's get that guy 1,700 receiving yards. Let's do it. Oh man, I'm so relieved right now. Cause boy, it was looking bleak. It was looking real bleak there for a second. So, dude, I'm so excited right now. I'm so hyped. Oh gosh. Thank goodness. I'll go personally thank everyone's hand. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care how we get here sometimes. I really don't. Because it's not my money, and these organizations print money hand over fist. So that's never going to be a concern of mine. I'm always going to uphold the players. I believe the players are the reason why this game is great. And so when it comes to paying players, I'm always going to be pro player. If you don't like that about me, you can unsubscribe. But that literally will never change. And I'm going to keep that same exact energy for Trent Williams. So when it's time to figure out what's going on with Trent, I'm going to keep that same energy for Trent. Nothing will change. I will always have, and again, I love my 49ers, man. I do. And I always will. But when it comes to paying players, I'm always going to side with the player. That's just how it goes. I'm going to always look at this objectively. I'm always going to try to analyze the situation from an objective standpoint, but my biases lie with the players. Like that's just I've openly said this on my channel a billion times, and nothing will ever change. That's just how I roll. D Will says, who are your top 5 college OTs to follow this season? That is a phenomenal question. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I am not super up to speed right now on all my draft prospects and draft situation, but I will tell you this. I will be covering Stanford TCU tomorrow. So I'm going to get my first look up close at some college football. Now that college football 25 has come out, I'm going to be so locked in with my player knowledge. It's going to be a wrap. It's not saying that I'm scouting through, not scouting through NCAA, but it helps me learn the players' names and all that stuff more. So I'm going to be a lot more locked in. I promise you. But there's a guy that I really like, Isaiah Glass, I believe is his name, for Oklahoma State. You have a tackle for Tennessee I really like, that I'm hoping the 49ers kick the tires on. He's their left tackle, number 74. I don't know why his name is escaping me at the moment. Um, there's a couple guys I got my eyes on, but that's a question. Definitely, we will be able to answer that in a lot more detail when we get into the off season. That's for sure. Alan, appreciate it. Says the front office looked terrible with this contract. They wait too much to give BA what he wants from the beginning. If I had to really give you a gripe about how this process went, I would say timing. That would be my biggest gripe. Um, I think, timing of the deal caused it to be higher than what it could have been. I believe if there was a little bit more urgency, um, and again, this is just my belief. I believe if there was more urgency on the 49er side, they could have got BA at what would be considered a steal right now. So that's really the only concern that I had out of this whole thing, is that that might cost you a player down the road. But unfortunately, um, the uh, the situation, um, the situation as it stands right now, um, oh, I see it. But yeah, I'm just happy it got done, man. That's it. I'm just happy it's done. I'm happy he's here to stay. 4 more years. Let's lock in. Let's get it. Do I think Pearsall will be ready for the big league? Absolutely. His issue isn't ability, it's just availability. That's it. That's it. It's just availability. He's got all the ability. That's not his problem. So, yeah, I'm less concerned about that. Uh, yeah, Pearsall is going to be good for the 49ers. I truthfully believe that. So, um, oh my goodness, I'm so happy about this, dude. I'm whew, what a sigh of relief from this entire saga. We were able to cross the finish line, and boy does it. I'm so glad too that it came down right now. I'm glad we didn't have to like wait till the end of the night to figure this out. Um, I feel phenomenal. I feel fantastic. Uh, Luke says Brad's getting paid too. Hey, I already got paid for all the nickels, man. I got many nickels um, that I don't even know what to do with, man. I got all these nickels from all these reports this offseason. I don't even know what to do with it. What do I do with all these nickels? I have no clue. Not a singular clue of what to do with all these nickels. If you guys know how to repurpose nickels, let me know, because I have way too many. Oh gosh, this feels great. This feels fantastic. I hope you guys are happy. I've seen mixed feelings in the chat, um, but I hope you guys are happy because this is the best thing for the 49ers. I know it's probably more than they wanted to pay. I get that, but trading Brandon Ayuk wasn't an option. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. If you couldn't have gotten yourself a quality player in return, trading Brandon Ayuk is a non-starter, in my opinion. I think that's ultimately why we were kind of stuck in this limbo for about 3 weeks. And I think I don't think that ever would have made the 49ers better. So I'm really, really happy that we were able to get this done. 100%. Keep the second and fifth. We don't need that. We don't need that lightweight work. keep that over there. We don't need your second and fifth. Get out of here. So keep your picks. Picks was never going to be enough. Hey, I wonder how Steelers are there any Steelers fans in here? How are Steelers fans feeling? Steelers fans got to be a little bit down bad right now. I would have to imagine. I would feel like Steelers fans are probably a little hurt right now, um, with how this whole situation played out. Uh, I, I we've met some good Steelers fans though along the way. I want to be abundantly clear with that. Like throughout this process, like shout out to my guy Chris. We've met some pretty quality Steelers fans along the way. Now they haven't been all quality, um, but we had some good quality ones. I will say. I will say. I agree. I hope Chris sticks around. I'm like Chris, you can hang out. Like you can stick around. I know you're a Steeler fan, but hey, we like you around here. I didn't even know he was a Steeler fan. Like until he announced he was a Steeler fan, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So if you have any last questions, um, let me know what you think. If you have anything for me, yeah, this is real. This is done. The deal is done. Brandon Ayuk is signed, and away we go. Whoo, boy, oh boy. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I'm so thrilled. So thrilled we could put this to bed. So thrilled that this is now behind us. And we can move forward. Whoo, boy. Let's go, man. We survived. Where were you? What we're gonna remember this. Where were you when Brandon Ayuk signed his contract? I remember where I was. I was sitting right here about to pop it. So I'm glad this is over, man. I'm so relieved by this situation. And yeah, we are on. So Friday, practice tomorrow. Are we gonna see Brandon Ayuk out on the practice field? Probably. Bye bye Debo next year. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that's one of the unfortunate things. I mean, I would say never. Um, honestly, the thing that's going to determine that, I think, is how I is how well he plays. If Debo goes out and says he had let's say he puts up all pro caliber year, he's going to price himself out. Like that's just how it's going to work. Um, so I wonder though, because the 49ers are in control, so I wonder if they try to trade him potentially. The hope is that we figure something out, but I think we all understand this has been a connection, right? This has been connected. So it's something that we're kind of alert to. Um, and we know it's out there. We know it exists. And yeah, we just have to keep it in the back of our minds. But again, I think I just think love that. Love that. I just think the Debo thing is going to have to just play itself out. I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that. I think that just has to play itself out because you never know. You never know what players go, open up cap space. You just never know. So I wouldn't stress too much on that. Honestly, I wouldn't stress on next year. I just wouldn't. We know there's going to be some changes coming next year. Just lock in on this year. We need all the energy into this year. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen next year. Just lock in. We know what the goal is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, coconuts, nothing. We know what it is. Get back to the bowl and win it this time. And Brandon Aiyuk is a key factor in all of that. So I'm very happy with this situation. Shout out to everyone who tapped in today. Shout out if you're a new subscriber, you found me through this video. If you haven't, sub to the channel. We post like crazy. No more what's going on with Brandon Aiyuk posts. Lucky for you. So I'm really excited that we were able to get this done. Really excited that we can now focus on more of the football. Obviously, we got to figure out what's going on with Trent, but I'm just going to let that play out. I'm not going to start getting worried about that until later on down the road. We got about a week before I start getting concerned about that. Obviously, we know that's where the next thing is going to go. But as for where it stands right now, I'm happy with where we're at right now. I appreciate that. I know it was challenging for us to get through it. I heard all your comments. I tried my best to be legit with all the information that I was giving you and passing along to you, just to keep you informed on this situation. That was my only goal. And I do believe I was able to accomplish that, even though we did have Brandon Aiyuk fatigue. Thankfully, that fatigue can now be that energy can be transferred into excitement. So shout out to everyone on the stream who rocked with this process. Join the Discord if you want to be in one of the best group chats for 49ers football. My guy Chili got the best mod in the game. Go hop into the Discord server. My guy Chili is the best. No ifs, ands, or buts or coconuts about that. So if you want to be into big time, our 49er group chat, hop in there. All that good stuff, man. Appreciate you guys. I might come back later. We'll see. Today's been a crazy, crazy, crazy day. I'm going to go look around and see what's been popping off while I've been on live. But appreciate everyone. And I am out of here for now. Hashtag paid BA. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it.